We're going to start with this little wraparound Mary D sundress. The sides are open. The first thing we need to do is to flip it over so that we see the lining side. The dress is on the inside, wrong sides together, and the outside on both the garment and the lining, we see the right side of our pretty fabric. With the dress, so that the lining is showing, we are going to put one side seam together. Now, we are going to separate out the lining from the dress, scooting our seams together up to the underarm seam. We are going to match that underarm seam and put a pin, keeping raw edges together and underarm seam together. We are going to pin the dress garment together and leave the lining loose. Now we have our dress pinned to dress fabric from the bottom seam to the underarm seam, and those seams are matched. All raw edges are together, and you will notice the lining is still loose. Now, I'm going to move down to the lining. The dress is pinned to the dress, and I'm going to go below the bottom of the dress seam and pull the lining front and back together with raw edges together and put a pin there. Scoot down a little more, front lining to back lining, and put a pin there. Now, I'm going to move back up the dress to the underarm seam, and I'm going to again pull dress front lining to dress back lining and put a pin. This is the reason it is very important when you are sewing to use a tack or a back stitch, because in matching these seams at the top and the bottom of the dress, if you have not tacked or back stitched that seam, they will rip apart there and you'll have to restitch them. Now, I am ready to sew my side seam on one side only.